Hi everyone, it's Debbie from Book and BuJo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. It's time to set up my reading journal for July. First, let's start with a flip through of June, and then we'll get into some supplies and then right into the setup. For June, if you remember, I had my camping theme, and I will fill out my stats in July, so I know exactly where I am. I read a lot in June. So I'm up to 29 spots already, and there's only one book I have not finished, which I probably won't. I wasn't planning on finishing that one. It was just something to kind of kill time the last couple of days. But yeah, there it is. Very full calendar. And then I had my TBRopoly. I had to add a little tip in for the extra books from the 5 doubles that I got. And I did complete my entire TBR. I completed all of my book clubs, readalongs, and the yearly readathons, year-long ones. I also completed the Back to Kindle readathon. And then my camp seasonathon. I tried to put the pictures of the books. I don't have quite all of them in here yet because I ended up reading a lot more than I thought I was going to, but I did get everything submitted. I had to add a few more over here as well in all of the little spots to get it all in there. And if you remember, I was part of the turquoise cabin, hence the color scheme throughout. I completed TBR Trail, and Team HRCYED did win for June, so that was awesome. And then for July, I have the new prompts here. And then we have Library of Dragons. I want to come in and put some of the book covers in here too. I just haven't gotten to that yet, but I did complete that. So I have my 2 companions. I do have an Alliance companion that is a professor, teacher, librarian type. And then I have a romantic companion, which was a bodyguard or royalty. I'm working on the 52 Book Club Summer Challenge, and that one has 21 prompts. So I'm getting there for that one. I will come in and put all of the prompts and the book covers in here as well. And now we're into July, but let's go ahead and take a look at some supplies really quick. So I have my Archer and Olive notebook in the A4 size. All of the ephemera here are from the Reading Time ephemera book, which I will link down below for you. Got this for Christmas, and it's from Amazon. And then I found this really cute font that is available for free online, and I will try and link that down below as well, the website I got it from. And then I will most likely have some Journal Say stickers and things like that because they're awesome. And then I have my glue stick, of course, my corner rounder, my little nub of an eraser. That's getting towards the end of the life of that one, but it's still usable. I have my really cool scissors I got from Journal Say. Some tweezers for sticker use if I need. My ruler, I need to clean my ruler. It's getting all gooky. So my handy dandy ruler. And then also, I cannot do a journal setup without my sticker mat because this thing is amazing. Also Journal Say. And then for colors, I'm going to use the colors that are kind of in here. So we've got these pinks and these greens and some browns. So for the pinks, I have a Pentel brush sign pen, Ohuhu dual tip dot pen, and it has the dot on one side and then the fine marker on the other. Sakura Jelly Roll in the glitter, and then I have this Right Tech sign brush pen in kind of that mauve color. I just have a couple of browns, not sure which ones I'll use, but I do have the Flomo Creative dual tip brush on one side and bullet marker on the other side. I have a couple of watercolor brush pens still left. You can actually see pretty well on this one in the chocolate and metallic bronze. And then an Ohuhu dual tip. I think this is the journal markers in number 45. So it's the brush on one side and a fine liner on the other. And then I have my greens. I've got a bunch of those. So I have a couple of the Ohuhu dual tip brush pens, so brush and fine liner, and these are in 61 and 63. I have the Aqua Spectrum Noir in the leaf green, which is a gorgeous green. I love that one. I have the Right Tech brush pens in a couple of different shades of green. Couple of the metallic markers from Sakura Jelly Roll. And then 2 more of the watercolor ones. And yeah, the number's gone on that one. This one's Green Bamboo, and it's these 2. And I'm sure I will probably pull some washi tape in, but I haven't figured out what I want to use yet. I think I have a garden one in here. Yeah, this one. I may pull some of these in there because these ones are kind of fun. And I think that would fit more with the forest theme. So I may pull some of those in. So let's keep that one out. I have my sewing one that I was using for my bullet journal setup. I do have some dragons, but I don't know. I may throw one of these in there. We'll see. And I also have some green moons, so I may use one of those in the setup. Oh yeah, I have some of these, which are really cool. Yeah, I may pull one of those out. Those are pretty blue. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with some of those ones. I have decided to change up how I'm doing my calendar for July, just to see if I like it a little bit better. So I still have my library books down here, but I decided, hopefully I don't have more than 25 books, but I decided to number the books this way and then the days of the month this way, and because I don't necessarily need to know if the 3rd is a Saturday or if it's a Thursday, and I don't need to know what day of the week the 18th is. This is just to track what day of the month I started and ended each of my books. So I thought I would try this way to see if I like it a little better than this calendar view, because the lines carrying over to the next week and stuff sometimes can get a little confusing about which one is which. And I tried doing the different colors, but especially for this month, the different colors are fairly similar, but I also don't want to have like 15 different colors sitting in my pencil bag and trying to remember which is which and all of that. So I will probably keep a pink, a green, and a brown, just so it kind of rotates a little bit here, and that's it. And then just try this for the month of July and see what I think, see if I like it. I will write the book I'm reading here, and then I will do a dot or just color in the square where I start. Actually, I'll probably outline the square, and then I will go until I finish that, and then I will color in that entire square. So an open square means I started it, a closed square will mean I completed the book. And then the line is just the duration of when I started to when I finished. And now for a final flip through. I have my dashboard and stats, so this whole thing is the dashboard, and then I'll have my stats over here. I have the books read, any library books that came from that, when I started, when I completed, and I will color it in if it's complete. Open one is one that I've started. And I have my July over here. I love this one. It's so cute. Actually, I like all three of these, just the colors and everything, just so beautiful. And then we have my TBRopoly page. So I normally do a spot on this side, but I decided to put it over here. So I will color these ones in with my glitter pen in the pink, so I know how much progress I've made on the book. And then the brown one, I will color that one in when I have reviewed the book. And I did find one of my dragon stickers that I think worked well with this. And of course a bookshelf. And then we have the book clubs. BuJo Buddies Book Club, Catch Up Book Club. Don't know what we're reading for Dragon and Draconathon yet, but I can color in Game of Tomes because I have read the Silmarillion and I really enjoyed it, but I'm not going to reread it. Same with Hardcore Literature Book Club with Benjamin McAvoy. I have already read the Iliad and the Odyssey, and both of those have been within the last couple of years, so I'm not going to reread that. And the Thomas Howell Book Club, Wellread Book Club. Oh, Catch Up Book Club. I have also read Wrath. I read that in June. So that one is done. Words of Influence. And then we get into the Readalong. So the 3 Swordsalong, Stone of Farewell, and then Vampire Academy, Frostbite, which I also read in June. So I can color that one in as well. Then we have the year-long readathon. So for Aldea, I have my 2 characters, Ariel and Karasu, Buzzwordathon, Year of Goober, Sufferathon, which I did choose for this one. We were given a few options, so it depended on what you were feeling. So if you were hopeful, if you felt dread, if you felt concern, if you felt rage. So mine was dread, and that's a book you've been dreading or lowest rated on your TBR, and for that it's Wild Love by Elsie Silver, the first book in the Rosehill series, and that's mainly because I am contemporary romanced out and I am dreading reading this book. And then the other one I had to choose was Concern, and that's a book you're unsure about. And for the Words and Influence Book Club, we're reading I Who Have Not Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman, and I'm not too sure what I'm going to think about that one. And it's a translated book, so a little bit intimidating as well, so not quite sure. And then for TBR Knockout, I've got my choices over here. And if you want to hear more about what all of these are, I will link my TBRopoly game for July in the cards above for you. And then that's it, but I can give you a quick little sneak peek on my HRCYED Readathon journal layout. And I am really looking forward to how this is going to turn out, but I've got some work I need to do on it. I may or may not do a video on me actually setting it up. I'm probably just going to do a talk through, because I have a feeling my head's going to be in the way as I'm trying to look at what I'm doing and everything, but we'll see. I may record it, and kind of in the editing process, I'll see how much usable footage I have, but I will definitely talk you through everything once it's done. And thank you so much for joining me today as I set up my July reading journal. It was short and sweet because I don't have any month-long readathons that I'm doing. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other planning content. And until next time, keep planning.